Hey guys, welcome back to
Lifestyle of the
Plebe
Plebe and Nameless.
I'm Joan.
I'm Coco, and this here is Bunny.
We will be continuing our recap of Season 1, Bridgerton.
The final 2 episodes. And if you haven't joined our channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our videos for Season 2. Coming out soon.
I just watched the trailer after finishing the finale and I'm like, oh my god, I want it now.
It looks so good.
Alright, without further ado, episode 7 opens up with the tension between Simon and Daphne. And you can really tell with each of them doing their own thing, Daphne playing the piano as hard as she can.
And Simon trying to concentrate out there to shoot. And Daphne opens the door so that her piano playing is even louder.
I can't imagine it being that loud, but apparently Simon can hear it.
I mean, yeah, pianos are loud. And then you also see them not talking to each other, so they're talking through their staff. Like, can you please tell him that I want to have my own room? And he's like, can you please tell her that no, she cannot have her own room?
And the staff's like, are you sure you want me to tell her that?
Yeah, because she's right there. She heard it. It was so childish.
But Daphne receives the latest edition of Lady Whistledown, and she finds out about the scandal between Colin and Marina.
I can't believe they get Whistledown all the way out there in the country. It's like a 2-day trip, and they still got the Whistledown subscription.
You can't miss Lady Whistledown. She's like the VVIP.
Yeah, everyone's addicted.
So they are arranged to go back to the Bridgerton family, and Colin's just so
heartbroken.
Yes.
Poor thing.
He believes that Marina didn't lie to him.
Because he's so pure of heart. He's like, no way, she couldn't have done this to me.
Daphne, she offers to, arrange the meeting for them, and she's kind of like their chaperone. It's kind of funny. Like, she just sits there, pretends that she's like reading a book.
But she's not reading the whole time. But that was nice of her. Mm-hmm. I feel like now that Daphne's been married, like with this episode, she is so much more grown up. Yes. She's no longer like the innocent child anymore. Right. She's definitely like full woman.
And even though like Colin is older than her, she acts like she's the older sister.
Yeah, because now she's ranked higher.
Oh, she's Duchess now.
And he's still like Viscount. Does the brother get that, or is it only the head Bridgerton, Anthony, that gets the title?
I'm not sure.
Are they all Viscounts? I don't know how this works. But yes, Daphne is definitely pulling rank on everyone.
Colin asks Marina, are the rumors true? And Marina tells him that yes, they are true.
And it was so sad to see him say, like, well, you know what? If you would have just told me the truth from the beginning, I actually would have married you, and I would have taken care of you and the child.
That really, like, touched my heart. It meant that he truly was in love, and he didn't care about anything else. Like, his love was unconditional to Marina. I take back what I said last video about Colin, because I didn't like the way he was all in for Marina, because I felt bad for Penelope. So I said that, you know what, maybe he deserves to be Marina's baby daddy.
Savage.
But now I see, like, his true side, and I feel bad for him. The Bridgerton family attends the Queen's luncheon. Their plan is working. Everyone's just complimenting Daphne and the Duke on how lovely they are.
And betting when they're gonna have a baby. Because the Queen's like, I got money on this for this year.
It better happen.
Yeah.
The Duke was kind of like playing it off, and
yeah, he was actually playing the role like really well, surprisingly.
But Daphne was kind of put off by it.
But that's what she wants him to do.
But I feel like the mom could sort of see like something going on.
Oh, for sure. The mom always knows.
But at the party, we also see the Featheringtons come. And everyone's like, how dare you?
I was shocked that they showed up.
They had the guts to go to something like that after the big scandal.
Right? Lady Featherington going up to Lady Bridgerton to talk to her.
She's like, it's all this Marina girl's fault. Like, I didn't even know about it.
Which is a lie. And Lady Bridgerton's like, why are you talking to me? Go away.
I don't want to associate.
Obviously, they get kicked out of the party because nobody wants them there.
After the Queen's luncheon, Daphne goes to Marina, and I was really shocked because she was like compassionate enough to go talk to Marina, and she actually apologized to her for being mean to her.
Yeah, I was shocked too. I was like, why are you being so nice to this girl? This girl just tried to bring down your family.
Like, after she's been married and she understands the relationships between a guy and a girl, she feels for Marina's situation because Marina's pregnant and it's not entirely all Marina's fault. I feel like it's unfair when society just puts it on the women that it's your fault that you got pregnant and the guy's not marrying you. It actually takes two to put you in that type of situation. I didn't think of Daphne as, like, I always knew that she's the protagonist and she's really nice, she's naive about certain things, but it wasn't until this point that I felt like, wow, she's such a good person. She has a really big heart.
Which brings Daphne to the den of iniquity. Lady Danbury's little naughty gathering for all the ladies in town.
I was a little shocked, but then I was like, okay, it's Lady Danbury. It makes complete sense now.
It makes her so much cooler that she hosts this for all the women.
So you go in and you see it's basically a
gambling place.
Yes, it's like a women's version of the guys' salon.
The only thing missing is like the prostitutes.
Yeah. Daphne was having a great time.
Yeah.
And she also learns about some women are perfectly happy with their marriage being separate, living away from their husbands. That kind of got her thinking, I really love Simon, but maybe I can live with him separately.
Other women make it work.
Yeah, and they love it. They prefer it that way.
And it works out for some of them because they say in the show, like, yeah, me being with my wife, even though I'm not really with her, it provides her the protection and the comfort. She gets all the money she wants. She gets the title. She gets the prestige. Yeah. And I get to do whatever I want on my side.
Yeah, like that artist.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's very interesting.
At the Gentlemens Salon, the Duke and Anthony pick on each other and pushes each other's buttons about each other's faults. And so they get in a fight. Gentlemen's brawl.
Is it really called a gentleman's salon?
The Duke comes home all bloody.
Yeah, drunk and bloody.
And Daphne sees him. And
she's tipsy too.
And she tends to him. And they kind of have like a moment together.
Yeah.
And Daphne takes that opportunity to ask the Duke, like, okay, so what is the deal? Why is it that you don't want to have children?
I made a vow to my father that the Hastings line will die with me. I can't have children.
And Daphne's like, what? Are you serious?
She's like, that's dumb.
Like, Daphne was just incredulous.
He should have, like, told the full story of his upbringing and stuff.
Yeah, but that was something he was not proud of, and I can see him trying to, like, hide it.
But I feel like Daphne still didn't get, like, the full story.
No, she didn't. That's why she didn't really understand. It just makes her even madder.
Mm-hmm.
That this is all over a revenge vow to a dead guy.
While they're in town, there's another big event going on, and it's the concert, and the Queen's attending it too. And can we just talk about how gorgeous Eloise looks like in her dress?
Yes, she looks so pretty. Like, very Breakfast at Tiffany-esque.
Even though, like, she's nervous and she doesn't feel comfortable, I just felt so, like, proud of her for just kind of trying it. Benedict also runs into Lord Granville, and he, like, asks Lord Granville, how do you make it work between you and your wife and Lord Witherby? Because Lord Witherby over there is like courting other ladies too, right, at the same time.
He has his own ruse going on.
Yeah, and it kind of really echoes the Oceans Apart title of episode 7, because Lord Granville says, it takes courage to live outside the expectations of society. And I feel like that just hits home to almost like half of the Bridgertons. Benedict and Eloise, they quickly leave the party because they got bored of it.
They weren't really there for the music.
And the Benedict's like, oh, I gotta catch my bae.
That was so funny when Benedict goes and like, oh, we gotta make a stop. So she sees the modiste woman coming into their carriage and she's like, whoa. Scandalous.
But I love their relationship because they're the only two like siblings that can understand each other so well.
Yeah.
And kind of just accept each other for who they are. Mm-hmm. They start having a chit chat about how the concert was. The modiste lady says that, oh, like the Featheringtons are not there tonight. And that just makes Eloise go, haha. I felt like it was kind of weird because obviously the Featheringtons won't be there.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
But maybe she was just kind of like evaluating with the modiste lady, like her background and her job. She gets all of the gossip that goes around town.
That is true. Back at the concert, you see Daphne and Duke listening to the music, and the Duke actually reaches his hand out to her, like, to hold her hand. And I thought that was kind of sweet. Like, it shows that he still cares about her.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance they have where their guards are down, they just can't keep their hands off of each other. At the concert, Daphne gets her time of the month thing, and she's devastated.
I've never seen a girl so devastated over her period. I think to Daphne, she felt like that was her only chance left.
To stay with the Duke, yeah.
Because if she's without a child, he's gonna just leave her forever.
They'll be oceans apart.
Sad.
Mm-hmm. Episode 8 starts with Daphne and the Duke getting their portrait drawn.
They were just like super distant and awkward.
They were kind of as far apart as they could be to be still considered a couple's portraits. And the painter is like, can you please get a little closer together? Like, look like you want to be in the room with each other, please? Simon gets closer to Daphne and he touches her shoulder, and instantly you can tell the electricity just flows through them. Like, you could feel it, right?
Yes. I mean, the painter felt it. He's like, oh my god.
The look of devotion.
Marina previously was trying to figure out an end to her situation.
That was so crazy.
I was wondering, like, where did you get that recipe?
Yeah, there's no Google back then.
I felt like she was just grabbing, like, stuff, like, just random stuff and putting it together.
And that baby, like, it's so far along anyway. Like,
Yes.
that would be so tragic to do that.
I mean, it would risk her life, too. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, because she passed out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she died. I was like, what did she just do to herself?
But luckily she didn't die. She was okay. She wakes up thinking that her baby's gone.
Pen's, like, coming in to help her see if she's feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why is Pen being so nice to her? After all this she's done and put the family through.
It's just part of being Pen.
That's why her and Colin belong together. Because they're just so nice.
And forgiving.
If they were a couple, they would just get taken advantage of because they're both just so nice to everyone.
The philanthropist couple. They get a visitor at the Featheringtons' house, an unexpected one. I thought that it was Sir George coming home.
Yeah. Because
But
the look on Marina's face.
it turns out to be Sir George's brother, and he brings sad news of George's passing. The brother offered to marry Marina.
I thought that was kind of
Weird.
very nice of him.
It's nice, but weird at the same time.
I guess they have this honor code back in the day. So she turns him down because she doesn't think she's pregnant anymore. I couldn't believe it. This man who's being so nice and your reputation's still tarnished. Just because you don't think you have the baby anymore doesn't mean your reputation is still intact.
I guess she doesn't want to burden him.
I felt like I would have taken up his offer. Because what other hope does she have to marry well?
Well, what if she just wants to live alone?
With what money?
If she marries him, she's taking his opportunity away from marrying another girl that he truly loves.
I don't think she's looking out for him. That's what I'm saying. I think she's just looking out for herself.
But you could tell Lady Featherington, she's like, that was a perfect proposal. Why'd you turn it down?
Exactly, because he has money, he has a house, he has property, and he's really nice. Like, you might as well just go with him. Like, there's no one else that's gonna be better for her. Because nobody reputable is gonna want to marry her.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was stupid.
Daphne and her mom were walking on the streets.
In the market.
They were kind of having this talk about forgiveness and marriage.
Yeah, the mom's trying to tell her, like, look, you really should just forgive the Duke. You're gonna get in fights because you're married.
Her mom's saying all the legit things without knowing what the actual problem is.
Yeah. We see the Featheringtons roll up, and they're trying to garnish an invitation to the Hastings Ball.
I've never seen someone so bluntly inviting themselves to, like, a party before.
No shame. Daphne uses the mother's words on her. Like, oh, mother, you were just talking about forgiveness. So we need to show forgiveness to the Featheringtons. Let's just invite them to the ball.
Wow, Daphne, props to you.
Mother's like, this is not how I saw this turning out.
Daphne goes home and starts prepping for the ball.
So her and Simon are, like, making negotiations again. Like, back in the old days.
It was just very nostalgic. They felt it too, because she's like, we have to make at least 3 dances.
And he's like, 2 dances. But then somehow at the ball, they only danced 1. I was like, what happened?
Like,
How did they get
happened
to
the other
one? Daphne's a very bad negotiator. Daphne tries to ask the Duke again, what is it with this vow? Like, what did the Duke do to you to make you make a vow like this? And he wouldn't answer her. Since she couldn't get any answers from him, she goes looking for answers herself.
And she starts reading all of the letters that Simon had wrote whenever he was younger to his father. So now she understands, like, his upbringing and Simon's perspective of what love had to be like.
So we see her extending an olive branch to him. The next morning, she goes and eats where he normally eats. And the Duke was like, what are you doing here? You normally eat somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, I thought I would eat in here today. And then she invites him to the Bridgerton house.
You saw how close Simon was to her younger brothers and sisters.
He was so good with the kids.
He would be a really good father. And I felt that it kind of showed how bad Simon is as a communicator. Like, whenever he was young, he couldn't communicate well physically. Yeah. And then it's just all the way throughout the show of, like, his poor communications with Daphne. And then Daphne is the one that's always pushing and working hard towards their relationship.
I think they're a good balance for each other. And then you see at the Bridgerton house, Colin singing. That was so nice.
Penelope was there too.
Penelope walks in and sees him singing. She's like swooning. Meanwhile, Mr. Featherington is trying to dig his way out of this hole he got himself into. He comes out with an agreement with the boxer, the Duke's friend, to throw the match.
So he puts his bet down.
Which was his house. Oh my god, I can't believe he bet his house.
He went big. It was like, go big or go home.
During the fight, the Duke can see, why is my friend fighting so poorly? He can do a lot better than this.
After the boxing match, the Duke and his friend, they get in a heated argument. The Duke's like, you left your honor on the table.
And the Duke's friend's like, who are you to tell me about this? Like, I'm looking out for my family. So screw honor. Like, I'm trying to do what's best for my wife and for my kids. And that really resonated with the Duke, because right now he's holding on to his honor with this vow that he made to his father over his family, which is Daphne, and doing what's best for her.
Mm-hmm. Lady Danbury, like, later down the line, she says, pride will cost you with everything and leave you with nothing.
Yeah. Very wise words.
So that got Simon thinking.
That started kind of breaking down his walls a little bit. So with all the money that Mr. Featherington won from the throne fight, the Featheringtons get to have dresses again. And the sisters are all holding up their pretty dresses. Pen holds her up and she's like, and mine is yellow. Poor girl. Yellow's not her color. And she knows it.
But they always get her yellow.
Because the mom always sticks her with yellow. And then the mom says to Philippa, now that you have your dowry again, maybe we can get Mr. Finch back. And Philippa's like, again? When did I lose it the first time?
Ignorance is bliss, though, so it's okay. Yeah. We get to the Hastings ball. Eloise and Daphne have, like, the sister moment.
She says, thank you, Daphne, for being so perfect so that I don't have to be.
And I feel like all of the siblings in the Bridgerton family, like, kind of thank her. Even the guys, especially Anthony. Because he believes that he has a chance now with Sienna, the opera singer. He was actually going to invite Sienna to the ball, but whenever he went and picked her up, she, like, rejected him.
She should reject him. He never treated her right.
You could tell that Sienna loved him, but she loved herself more, and she knows, like, what's better for her.
Yeah, she gotta look out for herself, because nobody in her life is gonna look out for her.
At the ball, Colin and Penelope, they had, like, their small moment together.
Penelope was just about to tell Colin her feelings for him.
Colin said, I had something to tell you too, so Penelope, being her nice self, was like, you can go first.
Yeah.
So Colin tells her that he's gonna be traveling.
This dashes her hopes, so she decides not to tell him her feelings. Poor thing.
You know what? Next time, don't let the other person go first. Like, you go first.
Always tell your news first.
Yes.
Joan tip.
Still shipping them too, not giving up.
Oh, for sure.
Eloise, she tries to get close to the queen again to talk about Lady Whistledown, and she gets blocked.
So Eloise starts sweet-talking the footman. This investigation into Lady Whistledown, that must be your idea, right?
And the footman, he gets so excited, so he kind of, like, just starts talking about it.
Tonight, they're gonna unmask her.
Like, I thought they were gonna kill, like, Lady Whistledown.
Why would they kill her?
Because the queen was really mad that she didn't say anything about her luncheon.
You didn't talk about my luncheon, so off with your head.
Why else would Eloise be so worried about her?
Because Eloise still thinks Lady Whistledown needs to do good by talking good about the Featheringtons so
to
that
help Penelope.
Yeah, so that her family, their scandal can kind of get wiped out.
Somehow I got the impression that she was gonna, like, take off her head. Eloise, she gets really worried, so she goes and, like, tries to warn Lady Whistledown, whoever she is. As soon as she sees the carriage come, she, like, warns her, like, go away. Lady Whistledown, she's safe, not unmasked yet. Daphne and her mom have, like, another chit-chat. Her mom gives her another pro tip.
All these tips, like, where were all the tips before she got married?
It's all coming out after.
Yeah, it's a little late.
She gave one of my favorite ones out of, like, the entire show. She says that, like, love is not always, like, sweet roses. There's a lot of trials that you have to go through, and love is about overcoming all of these trials. And she also says that love is a choice. Like, you have to make a choice every day to love the person in front of you. And that kind of, like, really just touched my heart. Because, you know, you have love at first sight. Like, all of the feelings, they all come at the beginning. Yeah. But as the relationship goes on, like, you have to make choices every day. Whether you can accept, like, these little things that you don't like, and then how to compromise. I felt like that was a really good marriage tip that she had. Okay, we come to the dance, and we have Simon and Daphne leading the dance.
The one dance.
And all of a sudden, it starts raining. You have Simon telling Daphne, like, hey, like, it's raining, let's go. Daphne's like, no, like, the rain, it's so nice. And
it's very cleansing.
Yeah, and she's, like, lingering onto it. Finch and Philippa, they're like, ooh, that looks fun. Let's go, too.
Let's go play in the rain. And Lady Danbury whips out her stick, like, no. We're gonna leave them alone, and guess what? Party's over. Everyone go home.
She killed the mood.
She did not kill the mood.
She killed the mood for other people.
That's okay. It's their house.
It's not about the other people anyways.
No.
I really loved what Daphne said. She said that you were brought up to believe that love had to be flawless. And if you weren't flawless, you didn't deserve to be loved. And she's like, that's not true. Like, I love everything about you. Even the things that you don't love about yourself.
Yeah.
That was just, like, so touching.
And so they make up and more.
Simon's finally able to put down the vow that he made. And they eventually have a baby.
Of course.
I think that was, like, the ending that I wanted for them. Like,
yeah.
It was a good ending, I felt. They were saying, like, hey, we need to name him. That's whenever it hit me. I didn't realize they were all alphabetical.
Right? It didn't hit me either until I saw that my first time watching.
And I was like, oh, Anthony, Benedict, Colin.
Yes, they just go down the alphabet. The Featheringtons, they come back home from the ball.
They get sad news.
Yeah, their father's dead.
And the wife, she goes and checks out, like, where all the money went.
And it's all gone.
But then, apparently, their house is, like, supposedly gone, too, right?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, was the money enough to pay off those people?
Mm-hmm.
What about the money from the boxer?
Right.
Is something bad going to happen to him, too?
Yeah, I'm worried. I don't want anything bad to happen to him.
That's what I'm wondering for season 2.
Marina's about to leave. And before she leaves, she comes to Lady Featherington, and she's, like, looking at her bed where her husband used to lay. Marina asks her, like, how are you able to do all these years of marriage without love? Lady Featherington kind of gave me, like, a different perspective from her side. She says that you just find things to love about that person. Like, it could be little things, it could be the big things, the babies that you have with them. And eventually, all those things will add up to be enough.
For you to make life palatable.
I feel like this show definitely gives you a full perspective and range of
life back then.
Yes, life back then, and different perceptions of what you think love is.
We come to the part where we find out who Lady Whistledown is. I honestly couldn't believe they revealed it in season 1. I thought the secret was gonna keep going. Now, what did you think?
I didn't. Out of everyone, I did not think it was Penelope.
I was shocked too when I first found out.
'Cause Like, you know, just the voice of Lady Whistledown, like, narrating. Like,
That's Julie Andrews. The incomparable Julie Andrews.
It just didn't match, like, Penelope's, like, sweet figure, like, the character that she played.
Yeah, she's so nice, right?
Yeah.
In the show, like, you don't think she has that sauciness in her.
Like, oh my god. And she's able to hold it from her best friend, Eloise, from that long.
She played it off so well, too.
Like, oh my
like,
god.
Oh, Eloise, who do you think it is today? And Eloise is like, oh, I think it's a trade person.
I wonder how Eloise would feel if she finds out that it's Penelope.
Oh. I think Eloise would actually be happy for her.
Really?
Yeah, because Eloise looks up to this person who's Lady Whistledown.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, wow, this woman is making it for herself out in
Right.
this world. She doesn't need a man.
And apparently she makes a lot of money, like
I
selling
think
all of the
so.
papers.
Yeah.
So technically her dad didn't have to.
Well, I'm wondering now for season 2, is Penelope gonna come into play to help save her family?
Because it seems like she has the means to do so.
We see the trailer for season 2, and she is gonna be back next season.
I'm so happy about it.
Yes. And all eyes will be on Anthony while he finds his love match. Or not love match, I don't know. Because at the end of season 1, we see him saying to the Duke and the Duchess, I'm just gonna buckle down and find me a woman. Like,
Just find me a wife.
yeah, it could be anyone.
I'm so happy that I got to watch Bridgerton.
Yeah? Good recommendation?
Good recommendation.
All
Like,
right.
I would feel terrible if I, like, had known about this and not watched it. I ended up really liking it.
I'm glad.
Yes. And, like, especially Daphne. Like, I get why, like, people really like her now.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for season 2. Be sure to subscribe to our channel.
And ring that notification bell so you know when we upload those videos.
And give this video a like if you enjoyed watching it. And if you stayed with us till this point, leave us a letter emoji.
Because I feel like that's what really turned it around for Daphne with her extending the olive branch to the Duke.
Yes. Anyways, thank you guys for staying with us. See you guys next time on Lifestyle of the Plebe and Nameless. Bye.